Secretary Lew, you've called this legislation dangerous, this tax bill. Why is this dangerous?
Look, I think if you look at the tax bill, what it does is almost the exact opposite of what anxious and angry voters were calling for in an election just a year ago. You have people who are worried about where do they fit in an economy where technology and trade and globalization seem to be changing all the rules that they grew up with. And what we need is training, we need education, we need infrastructure, we need to invest in the kind of workforce of the future that gives people the confidence that they have a place in it. What we've seen is a tax cut that spends money we don't have to have very concentrated benefits for global corporations and the top 1%, and it's leaving us broke so that we cannot deal with these fundamental problems, so we're farther behind in actually making progress. And I fear that the next shoe to drop is going to be an attack on the most vulnerable in our society. How are we going to pay for the deficit caused by the tax cut? You're going to see proposals to cut health insurance from poor people, to take basic food support away from poor people, to attack Medicare and Social Security. One could not have made up a more cynical strategy.
And people are going to reject things that otherwise are good when they don't work for them. So, free trade, good thing for the world, for global growth, but people reject it if they think it doesn't work for them. Technology, obviously a good thing, but they reject it when they see the government doesn't work for them. And what Jack is saying now is that on the back of this extraordinary tax bill, if you're going to see cuts for the average people, their response is going to be vastly greater rejectionism of the establishment and political polarization. And the Democrats and the Republicans are both going to have to deal with
these issues, Secretary Lew, did not arrive overnight with the election of President Donald Trump. They've existed for a long, long time. The United States has been spending money it hasn't had for a long, long time. I guess my question is, why is this any different to what we've seen before?
Well, first of all, I've been in office in several different periods, and I've spent 3 years running the Office of Management and Budget in the Clinton administration. We ran a surplus. We fixed a problem. When I came into the Office of Management and Budget in the Obama administration, we went from a deficit of almost 10% of GDP to 3% of GDP. We've now consciously, intentionally, as a government, made a decision to add substantial amounts of debt at a time when the economy doesn't need fiscal stimulus. What it needs is targeted investment in the things that people need for a better future. The risk of this tax bill is both a further disenchantment with institutions, and if you look at what, and the report gets to this, the kind of rejection of institutions. How are people going to respect institutions more when they realize what this tax bill does to them?